Well, hi Capricorns, welcome to Universal Guidance. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers who are watching this video. So I'm going to shuffle these cards a few more times. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of this reading. So let's get started, Capricorns. Ow. Okay, so Capricorns, the overall energy of this reading, the King of Cups. The King of Cups, male or female, is water energy, be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Might be strong in your chart, might be strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But the energy of this card, male or female, is like having a huge cup of love, but not really handing it out for whatever reasons. So I need to read further. Let's find out why the King of Cups surrounds this entire reading for you Capricorns. Up here in your highest energy, Ace of Pentacles. Well, there's something to do with commitment. It's something to do with stability, groundedness. It's right next to the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the card for Taurus. So Taurus might be strong in your chart or strong around this reading someplace. But you know, the Hierophant is about traditional values, traditional morals. It is a very spiritual card, and it does signify marriage and commitment of some sort, and it's right next to the Ace of Pentacles. So the Hierophant is right above the King of Cups. You're not sure about this. You're not sure about a commitment right now, about making one, or accepting one, or even being in the middle of one. So next to the Hierophant is the Two of Swords. Oh, it's like you just don't want to deal with it right now. I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready for a commitment. I don't think you're ready for that next major step forward in a relationship. Your heart is guarded. You're afraid it might fall apart. You're afraid that you want to make sure this is the right decision before you go handing out that huge cup of love like that. Your swords are up, so that's self-protection mode. You're blindfolded, and that's like, gosh, it's like, why do I have to deal with this right now? Why, I really don't want to deal with this at the moment. But, so yeah, the Two of Swords is right next to the Hierophant here. So, under the Ace of Pentacles is the Seven of Wands. There you are again, blocking. It's like everybody has an opinion, these might even be your own thoughts, but you're trying, you just don't want to deal with handing out this cup of love right now. It's right under the Ace of Pentacles. You don't want to, you're not ready, I don't think, for commitment in a relationship that you're in. There's something amiss with that. So you'd rather just kind of hold on to that cup of love for the time being anyway. So right next to the King of Cups is the Nine of Pentacles. This is where you're most confident. This is where you're most secure, is being single. And you're very stable and secure in yourself and being who you are with yourself. I think you're worried about sharing your life with someone. Like how difficult can that get? You're not ready. You're not ready at the moment to be jumping into a committed relationship. Under the the Seven of Wands is the High Priestess. Well, this is the card in the tarot deck about intuition and knowing. So, pulling back that pomegranate curtain, pay attention to your intuition. And I think that's really what you're doing here, is these doubts that you're having about, really jumping into everything feet first. It's like, you already know, you're pulling back that pomegranate curtain. You can feel in your heart, in your soul, what is right for you at the moment, okay? So you're listening to your intuition, and your intuitions are running very high right now. So next to High Priestess, which is right under the Seven of Wands in this blocking energy. Your intuition is telling you, wait, hold on, take a breather, step back. Right next to the High Priestess is the Page of Cups. Now, this is under the King of Cups. Like I said, you're not ready to hand that cup out yet. It's like you feel like you're just not there yet. There's a fish in the cup. There might be Pisces involved in your chart someplace, involved in this reading someplace in somebody else's chart. But, this cup here, it's not, it needs to be empty. The only cup in the whole deck that's allowed to have something in it is in the Six of Cups, and that has a flower. Okay? This cup has a fish, and so there's not enough room for love. You're just feeling like you're not sure about the love, whether or not the love is there, either on your side or their side, or both, for this to work right now. Okay? Next to the Page of Cups. And also the Page of Cups is like an immature type love offer. So maybe it really hasn't had a chance. Maybe there hasn't been enough time to know whether or not it's right to move forward in this relationship. So next to the Page of Cups is the Lovers. The Lovers is the card for Gemini. Gemini might be strong in your chart, in somebody else's chart around this reading, but more importantly, this is a divine soulmate connection, okay? You've been lovers in another life. I'm not saying that it was great. I'm not saying it was beautiful. But you were lovers in another life, okay? And that's the connection that the two of you have. And it's under this Nine of Pentacles. So, you're not ready. You're not sure about this moving forward with this special divine soulmate here. With the Lovers card being here. You're just not ready to take the plunge, okay, to move to the next level. Let's take out the second half of this reading and find out more, Capricorns, about what is going on here. Here we go. Okay, so up here on your highest energy line here, and close to this not wanting to deal with the situation right now, the Two of Cups. This is another soulmate card. So this is a card of friends with love and soulmates. It can be a friends of benefits type energy, but with feelings, Perhaps that's how this relationship started, because it's sitting right next to the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is water, so that'd be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, might be strong in your chart or around this reading. Now we have the King of Cups that surrounds this entire reading, and now we have the Queen of Cups. So pulling back that cup of love, and up here on your highest energy line, you're trying to evaluate the love. You're trying to get answers to your love questions. Now you have the answers. You have the answers are within you if you pay attention to what you're telling yourself, and I think you are here. So this is the energy of trying to figure it out. Male or female, but water energy about the love. Cups and water. Water's emotion, cups are love. I mean, that's what it's all about here. It's right next to this soulmate card here of friends with love. And like I say, it might have started as a friends of benefits. Now, maybe, perhaps it is the other person who is wanting to move this forward now, and you're not sure about it. Next to the Queen of Cups is the Empress. This is a card for Libra. Libra might be strong in your chart or around this reading. It's also a card can be a card for Taurus. So we have Taurus up here, the Hierophant, so that makes two cards that point toward Taurus. Might be strong in your chart or around this reading. But the Empress is up here on your highest energy line. Now, the Empress, the universe likes to point out a lot of qualities that you have as a person. Male or female, you are a beautiful person inside. You are loving, you're giving, you're understanding, you're kind, you're considerate, you're thoughtful, I could go on and on. If you're a parent, you're a good parent, or it can signify pregnancy too. So, in order for this relationship, and this might be one of your questions because it's right next to the Queen of Cups, But in order for this relationship to move forward and stay together in a committed and lasting, spiritual, loving relationship, this other person must have some of the same qualities that you do. So you have to connect in that way. Just because you were lovers in another life doesn't mean that you connected that way, okay? But that is the connection. But it doesn't mean that they have a lot of the same qualities that you do. So keep that in mind. They have to, you know, be similar in your thinking, in your values, okay? Under the Two of Cups is the Five of Pentacles. This is being alone. This is alone time. It's next to the Nine of Pentacles, being totally satisfied when you're in your own space. Totally confident, totally secure, stable. And under the Two of Cups, it's like they're not there all the time. So it's not like you're always together. There are times where you do feel lonely and you do feel kind of maybe even ghosted at times by them. On the other side of the Five of Pentacles is the Four of Cups. Now the Four of Cups is under the Queen of Cups. This is like hesitating to accept their love offer. And I think their offer is, let's move this forward, this relationship. Let's like get engaged or go steady or get married. Something like that. Move in together. I mean, it's some big step. So here you are, and you're really not ready to look at that cup right now. You're not sure about it, is what it is. It's under the Queen of Cups. You've got more thinking to do here. The timing is off. Not the right time to take that cup. It's right next to the Four of Cups is right next to the Magician, and the Magician is right under the Empress. The Magician there's that infinity symbol, the symbol of knowing, the symbol of intuition. You have all the tools. You know, you are self-confident and self-assured on your own. You know that you have all the tools. It's right under the Empress, and you do have all the tools to make a relationship work. It's not you that you're really afraid of. You're afraid of the connection, and you're wondering if their love will last. So you have the Cup of Love, you have a Pentacle for security and stability, you have a Wand or a Staff for new beginnings and fresh starts, and you also have a Sword of Truth and Clarity. So you have all the tools it takes. So it's not you're worried about. They're more worried about the connection and whether or not their love can last with you. You really need to figure this out. The timing is off. Under the Five of Pentacles is the Cups. This is sunshine and rainbows. This is lots of love being exchanged between two people in union, okay? This is sunshine. This is happiness. So it's like when you're together, this is how you feel. You do have that special connection, and we do know that. It's right next to the Lover's card. But when you're apart, this is how you feel. And the Cups, when they come in, male or female, I got the Knight of Wands riding right towards the Cups. And right under this Four of Cups, trying to offer you something more like permanent. Well, the Knight of Wands is an immature energy. They come in with the Staff of Passion, and then they leave, and they leave you feeling like this. So when they come in, you're like the Cups. When they leave, you're like Five of Pentacles. But let me point out something here to you. I think your hesitation has really, you need to figure this out. Because next to the Knight of Wands is the King of Wands. This energy, the Knight of Wands, is changing. And that's the whole point of this whole thing. And this is what's got you a little bit like, is it real? Is this, are they really changing? Is this temporary? You're just not sure. You have a lot of questions. So the Knight of Wands is changing into the King of Wands. So this staff that the Knight of Wands was running in with of passion and running out, leaving you feeling left out in the cold, so to speak, they are maturing. This wand now is changing into a wand of new beginnings and fresh starts. And a wand of passion. But it's much more mature thinking. So they are changing. They feel the same cups of love when they're with you. And they're thinking they want this all the time. They want you all the time. But you got some thinking to do about this. I don't think you're ready. It might have kind of surprised you that they come running back in and they got this brilliant idea, like and you're just throwing you for a loop. So take your time, follow your intuition. That is the best thing you can do. So let's see what other card I can pull out here. The Judgment card. Ooh, the Judgment. This is a spiritual lesson for somebody here. I think it's a spiritual lesson for the other person. I think because the other person is changing, and spiritual lessons cause change. They are not easy to go through. And you are so lucky that you get to be a part of their spiritual lesson. Most lessons don't happen on your own. They usually involve other people. And I think you've taught them a lot. I think that was part of it. That you're the Empress. So the Empress here and this connection, look, the guardian angel spirit guides up here. In the Lovers card, you see them? See it? They're also part of, we got the wings here though, because we got the lion here. So, that's why this can be friends with benefits. I think that's how it originally started. But things are changing. So, I think they're going through a spiritual lesson. I think you're a part of it. I think you were lovers in another life. And I think they really do want to, right now, I mean, they really do want to spend the rest of their life sort of with you, build something with you, more permanent. And just go ahead, take your time, pull back that cup of love, think about it, and don't make your moves until you're ready to make your moves, until you're ready to make a decision about this relationship. So Capricorns, this was your reading. Thank you so much for watching Universal Guidance.